हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। क्लास नाइन्थ की जो चेंज एनसीईआरटी की बुक है साइंस की, बहुत ही अच्छे से डिज़ाइन की गई है। लेकिन उसको जब तक आप रीड नहीं करोगे, पढ़ोगे नहीं, तब तक चीज़ें समझ में नहीं आएगी। तो इसमें हम पढ़ेंगे, साथ साथ मेरे साथ आप पढ़ोगे, और उसके बाद हम इसके जो समरी है वो समझेंगे। फिर जो इसके एनसीईआरटी के जो क्वेश्चन हैं, क्वेश्चंस करेंगे। तो मेन बात ये है कि चीज़ों को समझते कैसे हैं, साइंस को पढ़ते कैसे हैं, समझते कैसे हैं, ये शुरुआत की गई है पहले चैप्टर में। एक्सप्लोरेशन एंटरिंग द वर्ल्ड ऑफ सेकेंडरी साइंस चैप्टर पहला है, फर्स्ट चैप्टर है ये। इसको रीड करेंगे मेरे साथ। इन द मिडिल स्टेज साइंस इनवाइटेड यू टू बी curious and observe the world closely, to ask questions and to find out how things work. In our journey, we discovered that science began with wonder and grew through careful experiments. We connected ideas across the world of the living and non-living. As you know, enter the second stage. This journey continues, but with an emphasis on deep exploration. Science is not only about that we know, but also how we know it, how observation lead to measurements, how patterns are expressed using symbols and equations, how models are built to represent complex systems, and how ideas are tested, often revised and sometimes even discarded. In our secondary stage textbook of science exploration, we will look more closely, think more carefully, and find out how scientific ideas help us make sense of nature, technology, and our place within them. To reflect the approach of this textbook, the page numbers have been thoughtfully designed and are framed by magnifying glass and a compass. The magnifying glass symbolizes careful observation, noticing patterns, and paying attention to what might otherwise be missed. The compass reminds us that exploration also needs direction. Choosing appropriate models, asking the right questions, and knowing the limits of where our ideas apply. Together, they tell us that exploration in science is not wandering aimlessly but trying to make sense of our world with care and purpose. The natural world is complex, and studying in its full detail is often impossible. To make sense of this complexity, science uses models. These are simplified ways of looking at a real system that focus only on what is most important for a given question. In physics, a moving car may be represented as a single point, while in chemistry, atoms and molecules are drawn as spheres and bonds. In biology, cells are shown as diagrams highlighting key parts, and in earth science, the earth may be treated as a smooth sphere layered into distinct regions. Building such models involves making assumptions and deliberately ignoring certain details. For example, when studying the motion of falling objects, air resistance may be neglected to understand the basic effect of gravity. In biology, when studying how the heart pumps blood, Many individual cells are ignored so that the organ can be understood as functioning system. Remember that their choice are not mistake. They are done on purpose to keep things simple enough, but still allow us to find answer to what we are looking for. एग्जाम्पल है जैसे क्रिकेट शॉट. थिंक ऑफ क्रिकेट बॉल being hit for a six. You want to make a simple model. What details would you include? What would you ignore? इसका आंसर बनेगा द बॉल क्रॉस द बाउंड्री विदाउट हिटिंग द ग्राउंड फर्स्ट. फॉर दिस थिंग्स लाइक the brand of the bat, the color of the ball, the amount of grass on the field will make no difference. On the other hand, the mass of the ball and the speed and direction in which it has been hit will be very important. Air resistance, the spin of the ball, and the stitching of the threads at the seam have smaller effects that can be ignored in a simple model. As we build more and more complex models, we add extra details for greater accuracy. Activity 1.1, let us model. Suppose you ride a bicycle from your school to your home. You want to model the time it takes to go home from school. What details would you keep? What details would you ignore? Suggest why ignoring some details may actually be useful. As you explore science more deeply, you will notice that it uses language in very careful and precious way. Many words that we use in everyday life, such as force, work, cell, or reaction, have specific meanings in science. These meanings are often very specific because scientific ideas must be communicated clearly and unambiguously to allow scientists across the world to describe observation, compare results, and build ideas together. Science uses a shared language of these specific terms, symbols, and units. Quantities such as mass, velocity, force, and electric current are represented by symbols like m, v, f, and I, each associated with a defined unit. To make this even more precious, science often turns to mathematics to allow relationships between quantities to be expressed clearly and tested carefully. This can sometimes feel challenging, but it is important to remember that mathematics in science is not meant to be a hurdle. Instead, it is a language that helps us think more clearly about the world. An equation is not just a calculation tool, it is a compact statement about how certain things are related. For example, describing motion using questions such as distance, time, and velocity allow us to answer question about where an object will be at a later moment. In the same way, mathematical expressions are used to describe rates of chemical reaction, patterns of population growth, or change in energy within a system. Learning to use mathematics in science does not mean memorizing equations. It means understanding the situation first, identifying relevant quantities and then using mathematical relationship to reason carefully. In this way, mathematics becomes a powerful language for thinking, not just for finding numerical answer. If you focus first on understanding the situation and the quantities involved, question will begin to feel less like obstacles and more like helpful guides in your exploration of science. Ready to go beyond. Aeroplane fuel miscalculation. In a well-known incident, a passenger aircraft ran out of fuel mid-flight due to a mix-up in unit. The flight needed 22,300 kg fuel in total, but the ground crew miscalculated the fuel required since they used the density of fuel in pounds per liter rather than kilograms per liter. The aircraft was about 15,000 liters short of fuel and luckily could glide to an emergency landing, which damaged the aircraft though there were no casualties. Pounds and kilograms are very different. Using standard unit everywhere avoids conversion and errors. Threats of curiosity. Why is kilogram used everywhere? When we buy rice or vegetable, we expect a kilogram to mean the same amount everywhere. Imagine the confusion if we use different weights everywhere. Thankfully, measurements are based on agreed international standard unit, not local object or opinions. Standard units allow scientific results to be compared and ensure fairness in daily life and trades. As observations are repeated, measurements refined, and ideas tested through experiments, we can organize our understanding of the world in scientific way. In the second stage, you will come across terms such as laws, theories, and principles. Terms that have specific meaning in science. A law usually describes a regular pattern observed in nature, often expressed using words or mathematical relationship. For example, Newton's law of motion explains the jerk left when a bus stops suddenly. A theory goes a step further and provides an explanation of why those patterns occur, usually based on evidence gathered over time and available at that time. For example, the atomic theory explains how molecules are formed. Principles are broad ideas that help us make sense in a given situation. For example, the principle of conservation of energy being applied when climbing up the stairs. Do remember that in science, a theory does not mean guess, or an untested idea. It is an explanation based on careful testing and critical examination. These ideas are always open to improvement and often change as new evidence becomes available. This is a key feature of science that makes it reliable. On the most remarkable strength of science is its ability to make predictions. When laws, theories, and models are well established, they allow us to anticipate what will happen under new or different conditions before we can perform an experiment, and in many cases even if we cannot perform an experiment using ideas about motion, we can predict how far a kicked football will travel. Using knowledge of chemical reactions, we can estimate how much carbon dioxide will be produced, how soft a baked bread would be. Using biological principle, we can predict how one's breathing would change while running. Remember that these predictions are not guesses, they are reasoned expectations based on evidence and careful thinking. When predictions match observation, confidence in the underlying science grows. What even more important, when they do not, scientists re-examine their assumptions, models, or measurement. In this way, predictions is a powerful tool that drives further exploration and a deeper understanding of the world. How, example 1.2, how do we crack predictions? Varsha told her friend Megha, it will rain this afternoon because the clouds look dark. Think of some question Megha could ask Varsha to make this prediction scientifically testable. Good scientific question will look for measurable evidence and past patterns. Question will simple yes or no. Answers are usually not so useful. Megha could ask Versa. Questions like these are just examples. What was the condition of sky when it rained the last time? What is the humidity today? Was it above 80% the last time it rained? What is today's wind speed and direction? Is the temperature dropping like it did before the recent rains? Questions like these ask about measurable data and past pattern, which go beyond their clouds look dark. Even the most successful scientific theories have limit and may fail when new conditions are explored or when measurement become more precious. Such failures are not a weakness of science. In fact, they are its greatest strength. When predictions do not match observations, scientists do not reject ideas based on opinion or belief, but only on evidence. No scientific theory is ever final, and none is beyond question. This question to be this openness to being corrected by nature itself is what has allowed science to help us in understanding the world we live in. As नीचे देखेंगे आप as you continue your journey through science in grade 9 and 10, you will gradually develop habits of thinking that are useful for beyond the classroom. A helpful strategy is to first understand the situation being studied, then identify the quantities that matter, and finally make a rough estimate to check whether an answer makes sense. Exact values are not always necessary, especially in the early stage of reasoning. Often, an approximate estimate is enough to tell us whether a result is reasonable or impossible. Learning to estimate helps you build intuition, detect errors, and develop confidence in your thinking. Science values careful reasoning perhaps much more than accurate calculation. नेक्स्ट देखेंगे example 1.3. Estimate how many liters of air you breathe in one day. Start by estimating how many breaths you take per minute and the volume of one breath. You aim is not to find an exact answer, but a reasonable estimate. At rest, we take about 12 to 15 breaths in a minute, and there are 60 into 24 यानी कि 1404 minutes in a day. So we take roughly 18 to 22,000 breath, about 20,000 breaths a day. We also need to find the volume of air in one breath. One way to estimate this is to think that it takes about 4 to 5 breaths to fill a typical rubber party balloon, which when inflated has a volume of about 2 liters. So one breath is perhaps about 0.5 liter. Hence we breathe in about 10,000 liters of air a day. Now it is hard to see if this estimate is reasonable or not. But if we go back to our balloon example, one could blow up a balloon in about 20 seconds. So maybe we could fill 3 balloons a minute, multiplying, और इस तरह से इसको कैलकुलेट करेंगे 3 balloons अपॉन मिनट इंटू 2 liter अपॉन balloon इंटू 1404 minutes upon day will give about 8640 liter, which for estimate purpose is reasonably close to our earlier estimate of 10,000 liter. Naturally, we would get extremely tired very quickly after blowing balloons non-stop, unlike normal restful breathing. नेक्स्ट देखेंगे finally, as we have mentioned in every textbook, science is not just a collection of facts, questions, or experiments. It is a human activity shaped by curiosity, creativity, collection, collaboration, and careful questioning. It grows as science develops over time through the works of many individuals across different cultures and generation. Even if you do not choose to study whatever you do, it helps you understand the technology that surrounds you and helps you evaluate information critically and make sense of the world you live in. As you begin this stage of exploration, science inviting you not only to learn about the world but also to learn how we are trying to understand it. तो इस तरह से इस बुक में जो है पहला चैप्टर है ये, इसको रीड कर लेंगे। इसका जो एक्सप्लेनेशन है हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में करेंगे और जो क्वेश्चन है इसके वो भी हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कर लेंगे। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।